Would you like to learn the next 100 to 1000x cryptocurrency gems that could turn $1,000 into 100,000 if not $1 million? I am going to be ranking all of these cryptocurrencies for their multiplier potential in the next bull market, which I believe is going to be the most violent, the most aggressive bull market for altcoins we have ever seen. My name's the Suppoman, your superhero of 100 to 1000x gems. I have found gems in the past, so make sure that you watch this video because the opportunity of a lifetime could be staring right at you. Now, if you love content like this, make sure that you smash a like on this video. If we get to 3,000 likes, I will share my portfolio with you so you can see if I've put my money where my mouth is. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to be in the know on the great micro-cap gems that exist today that could net you millions. So I'm just going to go straight into the action because we've got a lot of cryptocurrencies to cover. As usual, nothing I say is to be construed as financial advice. Crypto is largely unregulated and high risk, and people who invest should be prepared to lose all their money, and everything I say to you in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. Litecoin is one of the original cryptocurrency altcoins. It's been around since 2011. And it's a proof of work cryptocurrency, just like Bitcoin, only with faster block times. But it has been around for 3 market cycles since 2011. Only this year did we have the Litecoin halving, and all that's happened is it's gone down. Halvings are supposed to cause a price shock, and yet that has not happened with Litecoin. Litecoin, I feel, is done for its gains, so I think it'll do a 5x at best. BNB is built on Binance. This is the Binance cryptocurrency. This was one of the most explosive cryptocurrencies in the last bull market, going from less than $10 all the way up to $700. Now, in my personal opinion, Binance is coming towards the end of their popularity, the end of their superpower in cryptocurrency. So I would be surprised if Binance actually did a 5x from here. I will say a 10x at absolute best, although I think there is the potential that the BNB coin will actually be dumped to oblivion. VeChain is a supply chain cryptocurrency. VeChain authenticates products, so you can see it all the way through its life cycle and make sure you're getting a genuine product. The founder of VeChain is a previous senior manager in Louis Vuitton, the fashion brand. Now, supply chain cryptocurrencies, in my opinion, are not sexy. However, they are practical and useful. So my personal prediction is that VeChain, whilst it had one of the best bull markets last time round, it went from 0.004 all the way up to 25 cents, basically a 60x. Now, I think that VeChain had its best performance in the last bull run. I do think it can do well in the next bull run, but I think that VeChain has the potential to 20x from its current price. Tron is a layer 1 blockchain built by Justin Sun, one of the big personalities in cryptocurrency. Now, in my personal opinion, I view Tron a little bit like how I view XRP. It doesn't really move, it's not very exciting, it's been around now for 2 bull markets. Although its fundamentals are great, I just don't get a lot of excitement for this blockchain. So I personally think that Tron will do a 10 to 20x, but I'm going to put it in 10x. The Graph is an indexing tool. Like Chainlink, it provides data for DeFi applications to be able to have price data. Now, in my opinion, the Graph is one of the most overhyped cryptocurrencies out there. People say it's an AI play. It's not. My personal opinion is that the Graph is going to do a 10 to 20x. I will say a 10x because it's already been around in a bull market before. Synthetics is a real-world asset exchange. Basically, you buy a synthetic version of an asset such as gold, Microsoft or Google stocks, oil, and you are able to get exposure to the price action of it. This was one of the leaders in the last DeFi season, hence why it had a violent run-up from 7 cents to $26. With real-world assets likely to become a super trend in the next bull cycle, I do personally think that synthetics can make a good multiplier, but it's already at a high price. It's number 64 on CoinMarketCap. So in my personal opinion, synthetics will do a 20x at best. Thorchain is a multi-chain liquidity asset protocol. You can do DeFi across all the major chains with Thorchain. In my personal opinion, I find this to be a very overhyped cryptocurrency. I am not actually very bullish on these types of cryptocurrencies. Now, it has made a violent run up in the past because it was its first bull run. It does still get very good volume, but in my opinion, Thorchain is already overvalued. So I would say a 20x at best. PulseX is the decentralized exchange for the Pulse Chain network. It's one of Richard Hart's 3 cryptocurrencies. Hex was the best performer in the last bull run. And so Pulse Chain and PulseX are probably going to be due their first hype cycles in cryptocurrency. Now, the thing that stands against PulseX and Pulse Chain is the high market cap, but it's the tokenomics which actually stand out for both of these projects versus the rest of the market. While most of the market actually inflates in supply, PulseX and Pulse Chain actually deflates in supply. So every time you do a trade on PulseX, you actually burn Pulse out of circulation. And so the supply goes down rather than going up like pretty much 99% of the rest of the market. And that's what could lead to the price appreciation of PulseX. And I personally find PulseX to be a magnificent DEX. So I think that Pulse has got the ability to 50x in the next bull market. But for now, I'm going to put it in 20x because of the high market cap. World is a metaverse crypto project. Think of it like a real-life GTA where you can do missions, you can drive, you own an apartment, and all of these can be sold as NFTs. You can lease and rent your apartments out to other players. And this has got a fashion bias as well. So you can actually buy very good fashion, sneakers, clothes for your character in World. Now, World did already have a bull market. It came out at 5 cents as an IDO on Polka Starter and went up to $7.28. It has since retraced a lot. Now, I do know some big whales that hold World as their metaverse play, in which case I believe that World has got the potential to 20x at least, and actually potentially 50x, but on its present price, I will say 20x. Arweave is a decentralized storage solution that provides a better solution to those that are looking for storage in or out of the crypto game. And in fact, Meta has partnered up with Arweave for storage solutions. Now, Arweave is part of the decentralized storage cryptocurrencies, which has never really had a narrative. So it's run up from $2 to $85, which is a 40x, is symptomatic of the fact that this is a great project, a great first bull market, despite the fact there was no storage narrative. So I think that Arweave definitely has the opportunity to make a 20x next time because this is second bull run. Trias is a very strange layer 1. It's a hybrid of proof of work and proof of stake that also provides decentralized storage for projects. Now, they also call themselves autonomous. So this is what Trias stands for: trustworthy, reliable, intelligent, autonomous systems. Now, this is one that is heavily shilled on degen Twitter. So my personal opinion is that I think that this is a pile of hot air. The project itself has been around since around 2019. This is all hype and no knickers. So in my personal opinion, Trias will do a 10x. Ironfish is a proof of work layer 1 blockchain, very, very similar to Casper. Very easy to mine on Ironfish. Now, this is significantly lower than Casper in terms of market cap, and it utilizes ZK Snark technology, which is a privacy solution for transactions. So it's got privacy, it's proof of work, and it's a layer 1, which makes it very, very trendy. And I personally think that Ironfish has got 50x potential. Kronos is a multifaceted cryptocurrency. It's a layer 1, an exchange, and it's a payment product. So Kronos, otherwise known as Crypto.com, which you'll see in many sporting events, they own the Staples Center, which they renamed the Crypto.com Arena. They sponsor football, American football, and Formula One, amongst other sports as well. So this has got multiple reasons why money should flow into it. Where Kronos has its bad points is because it's an exchange. So people view Kronos like they would view Binance. And in this bear market, it has received its share of FUD in how proof of reserves was validated for Kronos. So Kronos has gone up to near $1. I personally think this could be one of the big payment platforms in cryptocurrency, so it has got definitely a 20x chance with potential for 50x. Mines of Delania is a side-scrolling crypto game that is play to earn. Now, this is going to be going into the next bull market as its first hype cycle because it literally came out at the end of the last bull market, so it had none of that bottom to top trajectory. Now, Mines of Delania is listed on Binance, KuCoin, and Coinbase. So that means that it is opened up to the lion's share of liquidity when a gaming bull market occurs. Now, I personally think gaming is a super trend in cryptocurrency. Two of the biggest YouTubers, Alex Becker and Elio Trades, are both gaming cryptocurrency YouTubers that are very likely to talk about the likes of Mines of Delania and help bring a crypto craze into the altcoin bull market. So my personal prediction is that Mines of Delania has the potential to at least achieve a 50x. Sidus Heroes, like Mines of Delania, also came out after the bull run of the last cycle. Now, Sidus Heroes is a $7 million cryptocurrency, but it's got decent volume for its market cap ranking. Now, I know that Sidus Heroes are constantly doing work behind the scenes and providing NFT collections for characters that you make in Sidus Heroes. It's essentially a space battle game, and I think that Sidus Heroes has got superb potential in the next bull market. This one could 100x from its current price. Liquidity is a DeFi protocol that's likely to be the AVE of the next bull market. This one came out halfway through the last bull cycle, so it hasn't had that full bottom to top trajectory. Now, Liquidity has actually achieved a price of $40 in the last bull market. I think that Liquidity is one of the more trusted DeFi protocols, and it's got Polychain, which is the definitive venture capitalist for DeFi products, as its lead investor, and Pantera Capital. I think that Liquidity, particularly with its Liquidity USD, which I have actually swapped my tether for, could be a mega hit in the next bull market as a DeFi play. Labs enables you to invest in real estate and own a part of real estate as an NFT, and as that real estate accumulates value, so then does the NFT that you hold. Labs Group did come out in the last bull market. I was an investor in the last bull market and it made a seismic jump in price. However, it has since died so dramatically, and now you see incredibly low volume of only 188,000 on a daily basis, which is around about 4 to 1 with its market cap. So it shows it's relevant for its actual value. Now, Labs Group could have just come out too early. The real world asset narrative is likely to arise in the next bull market. So this one could have a very explosive growth if real world assets really kick off, and this one is able to get past the regulatory barriers that real world assets are dragged down by. Is this could either do 0 or 100x. It's a very high risk play. Looking on their Twitter, have pretty crap tweets and pretty crap engagement. So this would go up purely because it's a degen play in a hyper narrative like real world assets. API 3 is an oracle, just like Chainlink, just like Telor, just like Band Protocol. API 3 is unique to all oracles because this is a first-party oracle service. That means that the direct service of that data that is going to go from being off-chain to on-chain is managed by the first party, not a third party. So that means the information should be authentic compared to all others, and the risk of bad data being lessened. Now, API 3 is currently 106 million in market cap at $1.23 value. Now, it's already been in a bull market. It's over $1 in price. So as far as I'm concerned, although this is very exciting, I would say this is really a 20x. Joe, otherwise known as Trader Joe, is a decentralized exchange for the Avalanche protocol. I used Trader Joe in order to get into Avalanche projects in the last bull market, and I found it very easy to use, very quick, very cheap to transact. Uniswap in the last bull market went to a $20 billion valuation. Now, obviously, Uniswap is related to Ethereum. Ethereum is the definitive layer 1 in cryptocurrency. Avalanche is not. It is looking to be an Ethereum competitor. So as a result of that, I do believe that this could be a 20 to 50x. Centrifuge is the potential real-world asset leader in the next bull market, and particularly if there is a real-world asset narrative. Now, the difference between Centrifuge and other DeFi protocols is that you can actually gain credit or gain loans against real estate capital, against real world asset capital, not just against stable coins like you would get on Aave, for instance. So to me, Centrifuge is most likely to have its best narrative next time, particularly because this came out at the tail end of the last bull market, so it wasn't really properly known, properly invested in. Now I believe that it is, and it is significantly lower than its all-time high price of $2. It's come down nearly 10x. So what I would say is the next bull market will be its first hype cycle. Real world assets is likely to kick off in the next bull market because BlackRock really favors real world assets. So as a result of that, Centrifuge, I believe, is a 50x potential from its current market cap. Oasis is a layer 1 gaming infrastructure brought to you by the people who were behind Sega, Ubisoft, and Namco, big gaming brands in the 90s and early 2000s. So Oasis are making it easy for gaming projects to have their own chains and their own layer 2s so that they can scale infinitely with no gas fees. This is a really exciting cryptocurrency that to me is not showing the signs of being that hyped. So Oasis, I just think, is unknown and therefore potentially undervalued because not many people know about it. Now, it does have a fully diluted market cap of 422 million, which actually puts it on a similar market cap to what Gala is on right now. So I think that Oasis has got a chance to 20x at least. But because the next cycle will be its first hype cycle, and dependent on how much circulating supply inflation, this could be a 50x, particularly because it's virtually at its all-time lows ever. Tap is a payments platform mainly for residents in Europe and the UK. So they provide on and off ramps and the ability to get involved in cryptocurrencies essentially. Now, this has been, in my opinion, truly overhyped. There's one crypto YouTuber who brought out a video and suddenly made this explode, but this cryptocurrency is extremely old. It came out in 2019. Now, I do think this does have the potential to have a 20x, but I don't see anything higher than that for Tap. Worldcoin is a digital identification cryptocurrency. It's actually looked at as one of those centralized services that could be looking to control the world. You essentially use these orbs to do biometric scanning and verification. So real world use would be when you go to an airport, this is what would use your biometric data to show that you are the person that you say you are, as opposed to using a passport. And Worldcoin would probably show all of your history there as well. So this looks like the future in terms of AI and digital data verification. Now, I believe this is an extremely high market cap already. It's fully diluted is 18 billion. And the only reason this market cap is 205 million is because there's only 1% of circulating supply out. So in my personal opinion, Worldcoin is probably going to be a 10x from its current price. If this was to go to about 10 cents, then this could go and be a 50x. UFO Gaming is a games development project, like Gala, like Magic, like Games for a Living. Essentially, you are going to be able to play an arcade of games with it. Now, they've only got one game. These guys have been around since the mid part of 2021. It had a superb gaming season, actually went to a market cap of over 1 billion in price. Now it has come down to 26 million. This has shot up since Bitcoin went up in the last few days. So this is showing you that there is an appetite for UFO gaming. There's a lot of believers in it, there's a lot of hodlers of it, and I personally think that UFO gaming, even though they've made very slow progress, I think that they are just biding their time for the next bull market. So I think that UFO Gaming could actually be a 100x cryptocurrency. Crust Network is a storage cryptocurrency. So it's just like Arweave, just like Filecoin, just like Internet Computer, just like Stratos. Only the market cap is significantly lower. So while Crust Network is 7 million, you've got the likes of Arweave on 317 million, and the likes of Internet Computer and Filecoin in the billions. So in my personal opinion, Crust Network is a degen play within the storage narrative. All-time high of $200. Now, presently at 50 cents, that makes it 400x down. Crust Network was built on Polkadot, so it's actually a multi-chain storage solution. So it actually provides arguably the best fees and the best technology being plugged into Polkadot. So as far as I'm concerned, Crust Network has got that degen opportunity to make a 100x if there is a super trend of storage in the next bull market, people are going to be looking for the low cap cryptocurrencies that have got longevity, in which case Crust Network could do 100x, particularly if Arweave can do a 20x. Deso is a decentralized social media cryptocurrency. Arguably, these guys have coined the phrase. So Deso is a narrative that's never happened before, likely to happen in the next bull market, particularly with all of the censorship that goes on the centralized social medias that exist today. So decentralized social is tapping into that niche where you can't be censored for your opinion. Decentralized social actually reached $475 in its last bull market without a Deso narrative. So I would say that Deso has got the potential to do a 50x in the next bull market. Wojack, in my opinion, this one is an untapped beauty. Wojack is a meme coin. If you go on YouTube and you search for meme videos, Wojack is the central character. And Pepe has been one of the non-dog related meme coin success stories in cryptocurrency. And Wojack has the same appeal, but it's under 10 million in market cap, and it's pretty much fully diluted as well. This was half the price literally a week ago. I personally think that Wojack has got 100x potential, 1000x potential, if this goes down low in the recessionary lows. Victoria VR is a metaverse gaming project that has multiple games, shooting games, role-playing games, and essentially this is a true metaverse coin. This is immersive. You do need VR goggles for Victoria VR for the absolute best experience. In the next crypto bull run, this could have its first hype cycle. The improvements and evolution happening in the metaverse right now, this one could be a mega hit. So I'm going to put Victoria VR as a potential 50x. Have not seen any updates to the website with the project in general. It looks the same as it did in 2021, and I think that they need to drastically improve their branding. Earther, just like Victoria VR, is a metaverse gaming gem. So what happens with Earther is you play the role of either 3 characters in a big role-playing game. Now, with Earther, you can actually own land in various countries as an NFT that can be used to build on, make business, and play to earn. And you can actually develop land and lease out so other people can earn with that land, particularly if you build it out well. I think that Earther really got caught at the end of the last bull market, just after all the bullishness faded from the bull run of 2021. So this one just never had the right market. It's going to go into the next bull market as its first hype cycle. And it is just a piddly 790,000 in market cap and 3.6 million fully diluted. I think under the right circumstances, with the right attention, Earther could be a 100x cryptocurrency. Aave, the longest established DeFi protocol in cryptocurrency, where you can lend, borrow, and earn yield on your assets, particularly stablecoin assets. These guys have been around for a long time, have had no problems. Unlike Celsius, which was its big competitor in the last bull market, this one is still around. So many people use this protocol. Now, this is presently a 1 billion in market cap, and this has achieved 8 billion as its all-time high. So as a result of that, although I think this has got high utility, will continue to be adopted, and actually provide a decent yield for anybody getting into cryptocurrency, particularly with their stable coins, I just don't see the protocol actually really increasing in value. So I would say Aave probably 20x on the optimistic side. Velas is a fast transaction layer 1 blockchain that was forked from Solana. So this essentially uses Solana technology without the downtime. It's presently near its all-time low. Its all-time low was achieved 2 months ago, and the price presently is only 35% more than its all-time low. Velas has been around since 2019, but only in the last bull market, via the likes of Velaspad, they started to gain some adoption. Are Velas's best days behind it? Was the last bull market its best hype cycle, and next time it won't have the great gains? Well, I've actually reached out to Velas. I got no response. So I don't necessarily know what the direction is for Velas. And so this is a very high-risk cryptocurrency that actually could just keep bleeding or having very, very modest gains. But I will say, for the benefit of the doubt, that they presently, in that bear market swing of negativity, which is where it appears nothing's happening in a bear market. But then all of a sudden, in a bull market, oh, they market galore. So I'm going to put it in the 50x category, but just bear in mind it's very high risk. Hello is a media entity. It's basically like Gala Games. They provide gaming and TV and entertainment shows. So for instance, Hello Labs are producing a show that's called Killer Whales. Killer Whales actually feature some of the biggest cryptocurrency YouTubers. So as a result of that, through osmosis, I imagine a lot of people are going to hear about Hello Labs. Now Hello Labs has had an incredible trajectory since the beginning of the year. So this was half a cent and now it's 6 cents. So it has gone up at least 10x. I was hoping that this would really retrace so I could get into it. So from its present price, I would say that Hello has the potential for a 20x. BeamSwap, just like StellarSwap, is essentially a Moonbeam based DEX. Avalanche had its first hype cycle in the last bull market, and as a result, Trader Joe got taken up with it. Same as Binance Smart Chain. Now, Moonbeam is going to be going into the next bull market as its first hype cycle, just like Avalanche did. And in my opinion, BeamSwap and StellarSwap could actually be mega hits as far as decentralized exchanges are concerned. Having said that, the volume would not indicate that. $930? Now, if a Polkadot narrative kicks off Moonbeam, Moonbeam could kick off everything in its ecosystem, including BeamSwap and StellarSwap. BeamSwap and StellarSwap are ultra high risk. They could almost bleed to zero, or on the most optimistic scale, this could 1000x. If Moonbeam becomes a mega behemoth layer 1 in the next bull market, BeamSwap could definitely 1000x. But I'm going to be honest, I think a BeamSwap optimistically could do a 50x. I just think there's just too many variables this needs to pump. Audius is the Spotify of cryptocurrency. Essentially, it's a decentralized musical service that enables music creators to actually get the best return on their creative content. It is opened up to a massive amount of liquidity, and it's also on Binance. Spotify is of the value of 30 billion. For this to get to Spotify's market cap, that would be a 200x. And I would not say that Audius has anywhere near that likelihood. So I would say that Audius is a potential 50x, but I'm going to put it in 20x category for now. Chirply is an AI degen play. Essentially what Chirply does is it enables for content creators to use AI to get in touch with audiences and to target the most optimized audience in order to succeed in the social media world. The only reason I'm covering this is because there's so many people that ask me to look at Chirply, which says that there is a real degen audience for this. I personally don't rate it. I don't rate it up there with artificial liquid intelligence, bad idea AI. I wouldn't put it in that class that's actually a high quality project, but this is a degen project. As a result of that, I would say that Chirply probably has a 50x chance, just simply because AI is going to kick off in the next bull market, and this could just be one of the beneficiaries via osmosis. Kanto is a layer 1 DeFi product. That means you can create financial dApps with Kanto. Now, Kanto, in my opinion, is kind of like a degen version of Injective, in my opinion. But this tends to do really well in bullish periods. As you can see, in literally the last few weeks has gone from 8 cents to 29 cents. Kanto could do a 20x in the next bull market. Nakamoto Games is a crypto games developer very, very similar to Gala and Games for a Living. Easy to play, free to play, and play to earn games all in their marketplace. So they've got things like Candy Shop and Naka Runner, which basically look like they're copying very, very popular concepts from the app industry. Nakamoto Games in the last year has had an insane run up from being worth 5 cents to 92 cents. So to me, this one has already made dramatic multipliers. So as far as I'm concerned, Nakamoto Games from here possibly has a 10 to 20x potential. Tenet is a liquid staking DeFi platform. You can do liquid staking so that you earn a yield, but you don't lock it up for specific time periods, so that you are liquid in how much you can move money around and how liquid you can be at any point. Liquid staking derivatives have been popularized by the likes of Lido DAO. Lido DAO is 1.6 billion in market cap, and you've got Tenet all the way down in 12 million. This is a very, very low cap gem in a very trending field where there is low competition, in which case I would say Tenet definitely has 50x potential. Voxys is a play to earn game, very, very similar to the Sandbox. So what you do is you've got these kind of Farmville-esque worlds and you do battles on them. It's very playable, very fun looking, sophisticated, and it's got a team from EA, Ubisoft, and Warner Brothers. So a very accomplished team. This is also available on Binance and Coinbase, so it's opened up to that massive amount of liquidity. When a bull market comes along and there's a gaming bull market, you're going to have people coming into crypto and they're going to want the easiest thing to buy. And so if it's available on Coinbase, it's more likely they're just going to straight out and buy it. If they have to go on Uniswap or a lesser known exchange, they're going to do it less. Therefore, I think Voxy has got a really good chance, particularly because it's going into its next bull run as its first hype cycle, and it is well under $1 in price. So I think Voxy's could 50x for now with the likes of Minds of Delania. BESTSELLER is a serious AI play. They are looking to be the Bitcoin of AI, essentially utilizing all the world's computers to create a global neural network utilizing all the participants in their ecosystem. There's not a lot of volume for BESTSELLER. Fully diluted market cap is 1.3 billion. Having said that, this does have similarities to Bitcoin in the halving cycle. So it's in its most inflationary period now. In the next halving cycle, less is put into circulation. And is not available on many places right now. MEXC and Gate.io are the only places you can buy this. So imagine what will happen when this is on more major exchanges. People will view this as expensive. Now, I personally think BESTSELLER could go to around about $1,000. It's more likely to 20x at maximum than it is to 50x. Evmos, on the face of it, should be a mega hit. It's a layer 1 created out of Cosmos. It's the Moonbeam of Cosmos. It's a multi-chain layer 1 that arguably is one of the more proficient layer 1s out there. It actually has a lot of the technology of Terra Luna. I am very surprised that Evmos at this point is 16.4 million. Evmos was invested in by Polychain and Coinbase. Evmos's all-time high was $4.56. That means it's presently 100x from that. Now, Evmos has got a chance of being a 50x. It actually has the team from Cosmos Tendermint behind it. So actually, fundamentally, this is sound. Moonwell is a DeFi protocol that was built for Moonbeam initially. Being built on Moonbeam means it's a multi-chain app natively. So that means that they can migrate to other chains and help other chains do DeFi, which it has. So Moonwell is a Moonbeam and Coinbase's layer 1, which is the base blockchain. This is the DeFi for them. So like most DeFi protocols, you can lend, you can borrow, you can earn via staking, and you can earn via yield farms. So this is a base blockchain narrative, a DeFi narrative, and a Moonbeam narrative all in one. So I think that Moonwell has got 50x potential, but it is a high-risk play. Reio is a real-world assets cryptocurrency project, eliminating the barriers to invest in, trade, and leverage exclusive real estate, private equity, and other real-world assets through decentralized finance. So basically, it is DeFi mixed with real-world assets. And this has been reflected in the growth it's had this year. So it was around about 1 to 2 cents, and it's gone up to 38 cents, and presently is 24 cents. So it's been very stable. That says to me that people are definitely in expectation of massive gains in the next bull market. It is 1.5 million, which does make it open to good gains. It's under $1 as well. However, having said that, this has been around since 2020. The Reio network should at least get a 20x, just based on real world assets hype, which is likely to come in the next cycle, and particularly with BlackRock's influence and their interest in real world assets. Bone is a Shiba Inu ecosystem coin, the central coin for the Shiba Swap exchange and the Shibarium. And also, Bone has got most of its circulating supply out. Shiba Inu itself got to an 82 billion market cap. That would be a 400x for Bone to achieve. And I think this is why a lot of people are in the Bone ecosystem. But also as part of the Shiba Inu system, which is not as popular as it was in the last bull run, I think that Bone has got the potential for 20x. A start is a multi-chain layer 1 built on Polkadot. It is a parachain, just like Moonbeam, and these guys have got the investors of Polychain, Binance Labs, and Coinbase, which is essentially the biggest money in cryptocurrency behind it as a network. It could possibly do a 50x, but to me, Moonbeam is the better brand and will probably thrive more. EVERO. This is an ultra-realistic metaverse project. They are looking to build the first 5D 16K ultra-realistic, space-based metaverse where you live on Mars. So this is essentially looking to be like Decentraland, but up in space. It's half of its IDO price, and this went to 100x from its IDO, so essentially this is 200x away from its all-time high. But these guys are advertising on Formula One, so I think they're taking it very, very seriously. And this is not on major exchanges as of yet. It's only really on decentralized exchanges and OKX. So I personally think that Everdome has got a great chance for a comeback, particularly in a metaverse season. Everdome has got a 100x possibility from its current price. Stellar. This has been around for 2.5 bull markets. It's basically fast transaction, layer 1, just like XRP. Stellar always tends to have a good bull market, simply because of the price, its longevity in the field, and its relationship with XRP. So to me, I think that Stellar in the next bull market is going to hit a 10 to 20x. SpaceID. This is a digital identity cryptocurrency project. You can create digital identities across major blockchains. So that means you can create your own .arb, .eth, and .bnb domains. Ethereum name service had a violent bull run last time round. SpaceID, in my opinion, is a better cryptocurrency than Ethereum name service. And the investors that they've got are Polychain and Binance Labs. And Binance-based IEOs tend to do very well in a bull market. And in the next bull market, this will be its first hype cycle. So that's where I imagine this is going to have a massive all-time high. And I think that SpaceID on its current price has got a 20 to 50x potential. PancakeSwap. This is the DEX on Binance Smart Chain that's been endorsed by CZ. Now, this cryptocurrency had at its peak achieved $44. It's currently 44x down from that. Now, a lot of the reason why is because we've been in a bear market and its tokenomics has worked against it. In the next bull market, a lot of its success depends on Binance. If Binance survives, Binance Smart Chain will continue to thrive, and therefore PancakeSwap could continue to thrive. Therefore, I would say PancakeSwap has a 20x chance. I think its best days are behind it. It really blew up in the hype cycle of 2021 because it was its first hype cycle for Binance Smart Chain and for PancakeSwap. Next time, I think it's a 20x. Nexa. This is a proof of work layer 1. It's basically looking to be the next Bitcoin. The difference is that this is almost like the meme version of Bitcoin, because look at the max supply. 21 trillion. It's skipped a denomination for its tokenomics. Now, what I don't like about Nexa is that if you look into its Explorer, you get no real data on the users and the hodlers. So without that, I can't tell how undervalued or overvalued it is. What I can say is that it's a 10 million market cap. It was brought by the creators of Bitcoin Unlimited, which created some of the underlying technology of Bitcoin. So as a result of that, this one could do well. But given that Casper, which is a proof of work that has done extremely well, and Nexa hasn't been taken up with a flood, I would say that this does not have the greatest of chances. I would say that realistically, for a bull market, I'd probably say 20x. And that concludes my ranking of multipliers of cryptocurrencies. Which one do you think could 1000x from this list at its current price? And what cryptocurrency have I really not looked at? If there is enough of a group of cryptocurrencies that's worth looking at, I will do a part 4. But as far as I'm concerned, I've really taken a look at large, mid, low, and micro cap cryptocurrencies for their multiplier potential. Let me know in the comments, do you agree with where I have placed these cryptocurrencies? If you want to know what cryptocurrencies I am DCAing into during this bear market, including the ones I talk about in this video, then make sure that you join my DCA Telegram group, which you can access if you get this course for $9.99 and you go to the final lecture, you go to the Buy Announcements Telegram group, you click in the link and you join and you see what I'm buying and you see my analysis. The link is in the description. Till next time, people, I've been the Suppoman, you've been awesome. It is lights out, all out.